Hey, good morning internet. So, a lovely Saturday morning. I think it's about 10 degrees, so yeah, I thought I'd just pop out into the garage and do a little bit today on the D1. So to give you an update, the exhaust is now away with this chap, expert welder, and he's going to do what he can to try and repair it. Not too sure how it's going to go. I mean, we discussed it a lot, and he said he couldn't just chop the pipes off, the 4 small pipes that come out of the silencer, because whilst you can weld round the first one and maybe round the second one, the third one, by the time you get butt up to the other pipes, it makes it really difficult. So looking at it, it does appear that the pipe or the silencer has been repaired before in exactly the same place, and there's a little bit of weld coming up in between those 4 pipes. So I think what we discussed is Marius is going to try and complete that, so all 4 of the gaps, if you like, would be full of weld. But you know, he's got a downpipe. Well, there's one still stuck in it, but I took him another downpipe as well, and he's going to make sure that that the fit's really good. So haven't heard anything yet, but he's only had it a couple of days, so we'll just have to see how that goes. Okay, so in other news, I bit the bullet and ordered the rear shocks for the D1. As I said last week, the stats that I managed to find online, I found a great stat sheet. I'll display it in the video here. Gives all the seat height and how high the foot pegs should be off the ground and what have you. And it also detailed the length of the rear shock absorbers between the 2 eyes of the shock absorbers, and they should have been 335 mil. And these are probably 355 or more, so the bike is sitting unnecessarily high and far higher than it should be. Let's give it a quick measure with the old, as it is now. The seat height, according to this, should be, let's just have a look, shall we, at the I don't know if you can see that, but the seat height should be 31.7 inches. And the foot peg height should be 11.5 inches. So current seat height's about 33.5 inches, and it's about 13 inches on the peg. So it's definitely seemed too high. So let's see what we can do with the new shock absorbers. So I had a good look online, and I could have got some Hagon aftermarket shock absorbers, something like that. And they're all coming in around about the same price, to be honest with you. You could buy more expensive ones, but I want to try and keep the bike as close to original looking as possible. I know it's not going to be original with these pattern parts on, but these pattern parts have come in at, well, as I say, about the same sort of money, but they're meant to be copies of the originals. So one of the problems on the bike at the moment is there's no cap at the top of the shock absorber, so you can see the spring all the way up the pipe. And with these, it should be that you have got a full length, well, not full length, but you've got the chrome cap at the top. Yeah, and you have, haven't you? I mean, they look smaller straight away, don't they? But yeah, I think they'll look quite smart on the bike, and hopefully they'll let it sit at the right height. So it's only a quick job. Let's get them bobbed on. So an interesting thing, and this is with powder coating. You know, it really does put a thick layer on the metal, and for example on here I'm unable to get the new shock absorber on to the mounting, and it's literally just because of the thick layer of plastic coating that it's got. So I've just got to whip that off first before we can put the shock absorber on. So that's it for today. Just a really quick one really. Those new shocks, I think they look really good. I really like them. But you know what? I have to admit, they haven't dropped the height of the bike as much as I anticipated they would. So I'm not too sure about that. Maybe, you know, maybe I'm just remembering things differently, but you know, sit on the Z550 and that's like half a foot shorter than the D1. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little there, but it's definitely a lot lower. I'm not too sure what else could affect the height really. Nothing, I guess. The shocks are on. You know, there's no adjustment to them in that respect regarding height, and regardless of, I mean, they've definitely reduced the height of the bike because now the back wheel is well clear of the ground when it's on a centre stand, which it was before, but not very much. Now it is, and I think they look really good. Let me turn you around. Yeah, so I think they look really good. I think they're more in keeping with the bike, aren't they, than the ones that I had on there before, or the ones that were on there before. So yeah, I'm pleased with them. They look good. I don't know, maybe there's too much air pressure in the tyre. Yeah, so I've checked the tyre sizes and they are correct. It does look a big chunky back tyre though, so maybe that's got a bit of something to do with it as well. Who knows? Anyway, so it's definitely right. Good. All right. Well, as I say, the exhaust's away. Hopefully that won't be too long before it comes back. We can get that on. And, you know, the weather's getting a little bit nicer now. I was watching Jason's video, GPz550D1, the other day at his YouTube channel. And he was in his garage and cold. You could see his breath and everything. So big shout out to you, Jason. I'm here in my t-shirt in lovely 11 degrees. So it's all good. It's a bit better over here. Anyway, right, so that's it for today. If you're enjoying the videos, please click the like button and hit subscribe, and you'll get a notification every time I upload new content, and I do probably once a week. So yep, looking forward to getting out on the D1. Not far off now, and don't think there's much more we've got to do really. Just got to adjust that idle. Oh yeah, the seller did say that the speedo cable pops out, and it just sounds like a dodgy cable, so I'll just get another cable and stick it on. But yeah, that's, there's nothing else to do really other than go out and enjoy it. So and of course we'll all be going on the first ride out. That's it for today. Hopefully the next one will be putting the exhaust back on, or maybe pulling my hair out trying to find an exhaust for it. So other than that, thanks very much for sticking with me. I'll see you soon. Bye.